So what's up? What's the deal, guys? Welcome to JA News.
It's up.
Your source for the latest and greatest in sneakers. For today's show, we're talking big moves coming to the industry. Stay tuned to find out which rapper has just been named as the creative director for this major sneaker brand's latest partnership. We're also talking pre-order versus raffle as the latest ALD New Balance collab has just went live. And of course, it's Monday, so we're talking this week in sneaker releases. And I said this months ago, and I'm standing on it. This week's biggest release will be what the kids are calling bricks. So stay tuned, guys. We got all that plus more, and it's coming right up next. All right, so welcome back. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you're rocking with JA News, show some love one time for the algorithm down below. Now, to get things started, we're talking Puma. Yes, a sneaker brand that doesn't get spoken about much here on this channel. Of course, you know, they definitely have their classics, and I feel like a little over 10 years ago, they had a big hit with those Rihanna Fenty joints. I know you guys love those Puma RSX joints, but it feels like nowadays Puma's probably most known for their LaMelo Ball basketball sneakers, but it looks like the company is making headlines today, as it looks like they have announced A$AP Rocky as their new Puma Formula One creative director. So earlier this year, the German sportswear giant announced a multi-year deal with Formula One, which will see Puma distribute exclusive footwear, apparel, and accessories on and off the track. So A$AP Rocky will be front of the collaboration by designing collections sold on race day. So the first debut will be at the Las Vegas Grand Prix in November, which will reveal the very first look outdoors. All right, so I'm gonna just say what probably everybody's thinking. Rihanna, she made the call to make it happen, but nah, in all seriousness, of course, Puma recently brought Rihanna back, so why not bring Rocky into the picture as well? He definitely got an eye for that fashion shit, but I would say just like his last major sneaker collaboration with Under Armour, I'm not really sure if this Puma collab has the potential to really, you know, connect and be a hit with the masses, but I'm definitely curious to see, you know, what they have to bring to the table. And being as that it is a racing collaboration, I'm sure that they got some dope racing jackets and apparel to go alongside the sneakers. So today, New Balance and ALD have launched their latest collaboration. So we got 4 sneakers to choose from. You got 2 new colorways for the New Balance 550 hitting for $130, and then we got 2 new options for the New Balance 650 retailing at $165. So if you're in the market for something a little more special than your standard GR pair, you guys have up until Wednesday, as this raffle will expire on the 25th. And with this release, it's kind of giving me flashbacks of that previous ALD 860 V2, which actually went on sale for pre-order. So I'm talking about those orange joints. I'm still regretting not actually grabbing those for the pre-order, but then again, it is kind of tough for me to pay, you know, full price in advance for a sneaker, knowing that I'm not actually going to get it for about a year, you know, after that pre-order. So let me ask you guys, when it comes to these hype and limited sneaker releases, what is your preferred method of release? Do you guys like first come, first serve, like the good old days, thugging it out, every man for themselves, which nowadays pretty much, you know, is the battle of the bots? Do you guys like your raffles, or do you prefer, you know, to do a pre-order for a hype, you know, sneaker in advance upon the release date? I gotta say, you know, when it comes to me, I'm not rocking with the bots, so I like raffles as long as they're fair. But then again, you know, pre-orders are cool, but I feel like in order for me to pay fully for a sneaker in advance, it's gotta be something real hot. And I felt like those 860, you know, ALD joints just weren't cutting it. But then again, let's just say like Ye was gonna drop like the newest Yeezy via pre-order. That's something I would definitely put my money up in advance. So if it's a pre-order, it's gotta be a real hot sneaker. Otherwise, I'm going with the raffles, you know, as long as everything's fair. So let me know, what is your preferred sneaker release method for hype releases? Are y'all rocking with first come, first serve raffles? Or are you cool with this new pre-order method? Let me know down below.
It's up.
So as far as other sneakers launching this week, coming up on the 27th, Adidas will be releasing their Corn collaboration, which oddly enough, it feels like more people are actually checking for the apparel over the sneakers. And then coming up Saturday, the 28th, Adidas will be releasing their latest Bad Bunny collaboration, this time with their CL Response, a sneaker that actually launched, previously with a small soft launch, and now we have the official worldwide release going down via the Confirmed app. And I have to say that out of all Bad Bunny, collabs as of recently, I feel like this one has been one of the more quiet releases. I definitely feel like that. So when it comes to these Bad Bunny Adidas collaborations, I feel like they definitely need to turn things up, or I feel like the people over time, may lose interest. And for New Balance, coming up Thursday, the 26th, they're going to be releasing their latest Jaeon collab, which will be for the 2002R. Joints are called Storm Blue, and don't get it twisted, these joints look really nice, but I'm just tired of the whole Jaeon limited game, just making sneakers that are almost impossible to cop, essentially just to go for ridiculous prices on the secondary market, which is why for me, my favorite release has to go to these New Balance Made in USA 990 V4s, which are dropping in this lovely olive colorway. So these are also dropping coming up on the 26th. This will be the debut for the latest Teddy Santis Made in USA collection. And based off the little preview that we got last week, I feel like this olive 990 V4 probably stood out amongst the pack. And when it comes to the 990, it's already a classic New Balance model. I just love these quintessential dad shoe, and I feel like everybody loves their grayscale options. It's a New Balance staple, and I feel like with this olive colorway, it's almost in that same lane, which is why I'm probably gonna go for these, but then again, may actually hold off on these to wait to see if maybe I can grab these for a deal at the end of the season. And for Jordan Brand, we got two clean new colorway options for the Jordan 1 releasing this week. So upon your first glance, you may mistake these for being the same sneaker, but the pair on the top, we have the Jordan 1 Low, Chris Paul, give them their flowers. This pair features a pattern leather. It is said to be very limited, releasing coming up October 24th. And then the following day, we got the Jordan 1 Low Neutral Gray, which we had a similar version released back in 2021. But of course, this is the 85 version, a lot more true to the OG shape. These feature a vintage aged sole. And I feel like with so many Jordan releases, the market being oversaturated, this pair right here could go down as one of the biggest sleepers of the year. Now, as far as this week's biggest sneakers, it's got to go to these Jordan 12s, which are going to be releasing coming up this Saturday, October the 28th. So we're finally getting the classic Cherry 12s, which originally dropped back in 97, or if I remember correctly, these actually may have dropped like late 96. But as we know, the last time the Jordan Brand brought this classic sneaker out the vault was 2009. And for me personally, these sneakers, hold a very special place to me because the Jordan 12s were actually my very first Jordan that I got as a kid growing up. I remember I always wanted the Jordan 11s. I can even remember Busta Rhymes rocking them in the Woo-Ha video, but as they were sold out, I settled for the Jordan 12s, which dropped later that fall. So I actually didn't have this cherry colorway, but my first pair was these OG Taxis. And I gotta say, as a kid, I really actually didn't like them at first. I was really stuck on those Jordan 11s, but over time, grew to love and appreciate these. And with this sneaker now releasing all these years later, I gotta say that I probably wouldn't rock these today. So if I get lucky enough to be able to grab these on Saturday, I may just cop these like out of nostalgia. And I feel like a lot of people maybe around my age in their 30s probably feel a similar way, which is why I'm calling these bricks. I mean, Jordan Brand, they're probably gonna drop like 1 million pairs of these. And with these new age sneakerheads, if a sneaker isn't limited and have resale, you're better off just wearing a pair of Crocs. So when it comes to these joints right here, I feel like the OGs are winning, and you gotta love sneakers in 2023, where a classic sneaker like this drops, everybody calls them bricks, and you're able to actually buy a sneaker that you want. So I feel like in 2023, I love this direction that sneakers is heading into, and with Nike just flooding the market with all of these releases, it's kind of getting back to that essence where you can just kind of buy the sneakers that you want and not have to worry about scalpers and resellers. Because if more of these classic OG colorways continue to flop, we may see a trend where more resellers and scalpers, botters, just tend to stay away from these releases. So it'll be real interesting to see how this release goes down coming up this Saturday. Are you guys going for these, or do you feel like they're not limited enough? They don't have enough resale value, so you're just passing on them? We'll call you one of these Gen Z sneakerheads, but no, I'm just playing. You guys just go ahead and buy what you like. If you're an OG and you want these joints for nostalgia, go ahead and cop them. Or if you just simply like the way these sneakers look, go ahead and grab them, but just don't feel compelled to buy these, for resale. So am I saying that this sneaker will like go dip crazy under resale? No, I am not. But as I feel like with a lot of these recent, classic Jordan colorways, they're just gonna hover right above retail, which hopefully, as I said, leads, into a trend where a lot of people are giving up on this whole sneaker resale game, and we could just get back to that real pure essence where you could just rock the sneakers that you like. So of course we will revisit this topic later this week. We'll see if I'm right about these joints being bricks, but drop your feedback. Let me know what you guys think about the sneakers dropping this week, and are you a fan of pre-orders versus raffles when it comes to your limited sneaker drops? Salute to everybody for tuning in. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, drop some love down below, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the latest episode of JA News. I'm out, y'all. Love.